that first occasion that I was in cabinet as a new minister was a clear acknowledgement and recognition of the significance of our uniformed services, because he prayed fervently for the safe return home of those members of our civil service that put their lives in harm's way every single day to help their fellow members of their community, to help keep them safe, to help protect them, and to take care of them and their families. And I thought that was extremely poignant, and it is something that, as I say, it's not very often you hear a prayer that doesn't include that sort of request to the Lord our God to bless and protect those who protect us and who take care of us. And when we face a crisis, whether it's a traffic accident or a natural disaster, the arrival of large numbers of migrants, again, Deputy Governor has a lot of experience with that, or a devastating house fire, a flood, or a search and rescue at sea, a national parade or crowd management at a major event, the apprehension of those who do wrong, or the rehabilitation of those who are seeking to make amends for their wrongs and reintegrate into our society, our uniformed services heroes see us at our best and at our worst, and are expected to be the first and last line of defense and protection for all of us. They are truly our heroes. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, with all my heart, that community builds country. So as we examine the history and learn about the origin of the various agencies that form our uniformed services, we recognize the names of great men and women who were the trailblazers, the early pioneers, the groundbreakers, who bravely answered the call to serve. Not only did they enhance Cayman's reputation for safety and security, but their passion and commitment inspired generations after them to put on those uniforms and step up to serve their country. Many of our law enforcement officers can speak of positive experiences and interactions with a member of the uniformed services having sparked their own interest in serving. And so it is often the case of a never-ending cycle of serving and inspiring others to serve that makes Cayman a strong community. I pay tribute to and salute the men and women of our uniformed services. Your impact on this country has been immeasurable, and your light has shone brightest throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for saving lives, and thank you for the care with which you conduct your duties. Just know that many people in our country, as I said earlier, it certainly happens in Cabinet and caucus, pray for you on a daily basis that you reach home safely to your families at the end of your shift. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we focus on the activities here at the Aston Ruddy Center, the parade, the remarks, and musical performances, as well as the presentation of the National Heroes Day certificates and insignia to 56 of our own. In January, we held National Heroes Day in Georgetown and recognized our newest national hero, the Honorable Leela Ross Shire. She was a woman of infinite talent who is most remembered for her lyrical and melodic composition of our national song, Beloved Isle Cayman, which she wrote in 1932. When we read about each of our 10 national heroes, we're reminded of the heritage that defines us as Caymanians. We come from people who are hardworking, We come from people who were driven and determined. Our national heroes remind us that we come from trailblazers, people who embody the expression where there's a will, there's a way, people who are resourceful, creative, and committed to excellence. In our national heroes, we see visionaries and brave changemakers who created or charted new paths to create a better Cayman for those around them and for those who came after them. In their work, we see resilience in the face of adversity. We see perseverance in the face of challenge, and we see deep concern for their communities. And we are reminded that Caymanians are very proud and industrious people. Today, we welcome new heroes to those who went before them. And in so doing, we recognize the people who make a difference daily in our lives. I'm proud to say that putting our people first is the essence of the P in the PACT government. We recognize the power of culture, the importance of our identity as Caymanian people, and the uniqueness of our story. Today, I am particularly excited by the enthusiasm and passion of my dear friend, Honorable Bernie Bush, the Minister for Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage for this subject area. I commend the Minister and his team for their sterling efforts in honoring our uniformed services members this year. We can expect exciting nation-building work emanating from this dynamic ministry. So today, we gather here with no partisanship, but united as Caymanians, united by our rich history and our rich heritage. I thank the men and women in the Protocol Office and District Administration who organized today's ceremony, as well as the men and women who met tirelessly to ensure that all Caymanians, past and present, all of Cayman's past and present uniform service recipients were aptly chosen. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate our past, our proud past, and look to a future filled with limitless hope. I thank you for joining us today to recognize, appreciate, and honor our uniformed services personnel. Thank you, and I look forward to sharing a wonderful afternoon with you.
Thank you, Premier, for that heartfelt message. Definitely from the heart. Lots of words of inspiration. As has been noted in the speeches this afternoon by our Premier and Minister of Culture and Heritage, the theme of this year's National Heroes Day focuses on celebrating the brave and dedicated men and women on our uniformed services. And I told you earlier that this was especially, it meant a lot to me that we were doing this, bearing in mind that I spent 28 years in the Immigration Department, which is now known as CBC. This year also marks 40 years for me as a civil servant, and I can tell you that I look back on those years with a great sense of pride and gratitude. I understand the challenges that you faced on a daily basis working in law enforcement, many of which the Premier said earlier. But one of the things that used to always stay in my mind, getting up in the morning at 5 a.m. to go and do an operation, or as many of you do every day, get up in the morning just to go to work, is, am I going to come home in the evening? And that is something that always stays in your mind. And some of you have done that job much longer than I did. And the fact that you can operate for so long in such a stressful environment speaks so highly of all of you. And again, We owe you all a great sense of gratitude. As the Premier said, we have had over 500 nominees, honorees, representing the uniformed services in categories including early pioneer, emerging pioneer, excellence, and valor and memorial scroll. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you to stand and join me in a round of applause for all our honorees this year. And I encourage those who are at home to also stand and give our brave men and women of our beloved Cayman Islands a round of applause who work in our uniformed services. Please stand for a few minutes. Thank you so very much. Most deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence the presentation of awards. Each and every awardee being honored today was nominated by you, their family, their friends, their employer. So thank you, first of all, for doing your part in nominating and recognizing those persons who are here today. We applaud you for doing that. Too often people complain about what's not happening, but you did what was right, and you put pen to paper, and you submitted a nomination, and that's why we're here today. I will ask the Honorable Premier, the Honorable Minister Bush also, and to come forward and give out the awards, and they will be joined by the Honorable Julian O'Connor Connolly, the Minister for Education, District Administration and Lands, and they will give out the first round of awards to our outstanding nominees. We will begin with Early Pioneer, an individual, alive or deceased, who has made an exceptional contribution prior to 1971 to the development and or delivery of uniformed services in the Cayman Islands. This individual will be awarded with a certificate. In a few cases, the awardee's family member or representative will accept the award in their honor. First, Spellman Ashley McLaughlin, Mr. Audley U. Scott, Mr. Scott worked in what is now Customs and Border Control. He and I worked together on quite a few occasions. Always a pleasure to work with Mr. Scott. Thank you, sir. Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, Artley Lorenzo Evans. Thank you. Mr. Noel Patrick Evans. And we have the family member representing Mr. Irvin Bruce Eldermeyer. No. Charles Clemming O'Connor. We have a family member representing Garston Donnelly Watson. We now move to the pioneer category. And a pioneer is an individual, alive or deceased, who has made an exceptional contribution between 1971 and 2011 to the development or delivery of uniformed services in the Cayman Islands. A commemorative insignia and certificate will be awarded. We will start with the Cayman Islands Cadet Corps and Alfonso Gale. Thank you. We will now move to the Cayman Islands Fire Service, and we'll start with Mr. Larry Leroy Bryan. Thank you. Mr. Curtis Carvin Conner. Peter Rodney Dixon. And I think Garfield Marcelo Rich is not here, and Gary Arthur Scott is here. Thank you. Mr. Marcus Roger Scott. Well done. Mr. Whitney Smythe Tatum. And Robin Levi Walton, who is unable to be here. We will now move with Customs and Border Control, and we'll start with Dave Christian. Larry E. Foster. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Thanks for all you do. Yes, sir. Jean Mays. Mr. Conrad Raymond Martin. He's wearing that familiar shirt. Yes. Tate Adonis McFarland. Yes. I'm going to ask the platform part if they could come down and do the next few presentations in front of the stage. McLean, Marilyn. Marilyn McLean. Eileen Florence Porter. Thank you, and I will ask the minister to return to the stage. Oh, wait, sorry, one more, I understand. So Erna Kurt Scott. Continuing with the awards, Eston McLaurin Scott. Thank you. Mr. Harold Roger Scott. Roger and I worked many years together at immigration. The Cuban refugees would arrive here and he would send them on to me. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Roger. Raymond Aaron Scott. We also worked many years together. Thank you, Raymond. Dave Talbert Tatum. Yes, sir. Bentley Leroy Mark Tibbetts Jr., our District Commissioner. Maple Shana Walton. Eve Elizabeth Walton Thompson. Ms. Liz and I worked many, many years together at immigration. She was certainly one of my mentors. Honorable Minister O'Connor, thank you for your assistance in presentation of the first set of awards. And I now invite Mr. Moses Kirkconnell, elected representative for Cayman-Brac West and Little Cayman, to assist as we continue with presenting the next set of awards. Yes, yes. We continue with the remaining Pioneer Awards. Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, Terry Chesard. Dale Lonsdale Christian. Casey Van Dyke Connolly. Thank you, sir. Sharon Angela Connolly is not here. Sean Hoyt Ebanks is not here. Ashton Ferguson, Sergeant. Marvin Ryan. Mr. Berman Rex Scott. Very talented musician as well. Charles Conrad Scott. Raymond R. Scott. This Venice Tatum. Ms. Venice was also an Employee of the Year a few years ago. Well done. Rupert Kelvin Thompson. Carly Andrea Tibbetts. Urban Darrell Tibbetts Sr. I think Ms. Carly is going to collect as well. And Delvin Tibbetts. On to an emerging pioneer category. An emerging pioneer, an individual, alive or deceased, who has made a significant contribution from 2012 to 2021 to the development and/or delivery of uniformed services in the Cayman Islands. This individual will receive a certificate from the Cayman Islands Cadet Corps, Isilma Joycelyn Cornelius. Isilma. Christina Asher Ferguson. Christina? Christian, sorry. Christian Asher Ferguson. Christian, yes. The Cayman Islands Fire Service, Albert Curtis McField. Jeremy John Tatum. Justin Wayne French. Raquel Sasha Matute. Devin Sheldon Tatum. Thank you, Mr. Colonel, for your assistance. We will now move on to our final category of excellence and valor. The Award of Excellence and Valor recognizes an individual alive or deceased who during their service has performed an extraordinary act of bravery and acted voluntarily and without regard for personal risk, exhibiting remarkable heroism under circumstances of extreme personal danger. This act or acts must have occurred in a moment of clear and obvious danger and was clearly above and beyond the call or risk of ordinary duty sense of obligation. A commemorative insignia and certificate will be awarded. This award is presented to Sheldon Owen Scott of the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. Your Excellency, would you like to join the photo? Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Premier and Minister Bush. Ladies and gentlemen, please give us a round of applause, a final round of applause for all the recipients recognized today at the ceremony. Thank you. As we bring this award ceremony to a close, please stand at attention for a national song, Beloved Isle Cayman, who will be led by Mr. Nicholas DaCosta. Mr. DaCosta.
Soft, fresh breezes, comfort and trees so fair, with the Creator's glory reflected everywhere. O sea of palest emerald, merging to darkest blue. Whene'er my thoughts fly Godward, I always think of you. Dear verdant island set in blue Caribbean Sea. I'm coming, coming very soon, oh beauteous isles to thee. Although I've wandered far, my heart enshrines thee yet. Homeland fair Cayman Isles, I cannot thee forget. Noise of cities, their fret and barking care, with moonbeam soft caresses, unchecked by garish glare. Thy fruit with rarest juices, abundant, rich, and free. When sweet church bells are chiming, my fond heart yearns for thee. Dear verdant island set in blue Caribbean Sea, I'm coming, coming very soon, oh beauteous isles to thee. Although I've wandered far, my heart enshrines thee yet. Homeland fair Cayman Isles, I cannot thee forget. When tired of all excitement and glamorous worldly care, how sweet thy shores to reach and find a welcome there. And when comes on the season of peace, goodwill to man, 'tis then I love thee best of all, beloved Isle Cayman. Dear verdant island set in blue Caribbean Sea, I'm coming, coming very soon, oh beauteous isles to thee. Although I've wandered far, my heart enshrines thee yet. Homeland fair Cayman Isles, I cannot thee forget.
Thank you very much, Mr. Costa. Please be seated. This afternoon has been a wonderful celebration of our uniformed services and the bravery and courage of all acknowledged today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this concludes our National Heroes Day Sister Islands Awards ceremony. I would ask you to please stand for the departure of the officials, beginning with His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Martin Roper, and Mrs. Roper. 7. And then announcing the departure of our Honorable Premier. Before the rest of the platform party departs, I want to remind you that we have a wonderful performance here this evening at 7 p.m. by our folk singers, so please do come out and enjoy that event. Again, my sincere congratulations to all recipients and to everyone here who tuned in today. And again, our sincere thanks and appreciation to our distinguished awardees today, the ladies and gentlemen of our uniformed services. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. Thank you.